Today I'm watching Angel Season 3, Episode 22. It is the season finale. I'm very curious to see how everything is going to wrap up. It's been a really great season so far. I've really enjoyed it. This Connor storyline, we had Darla come back, Holtz's character, Fred's character, Gunn. Like, they've just really developed the story so well, and it's just been so great to watch, and I'm very curious to see where everything's going to land, especially with how we ended the previous episode with Holtz dying and Justine killing him to frame it like Angel did it, and, Connor seeing Holtz's body with the 2 bite marks in his neck, and I'm very worried to see where that's going to go, and the fact that Holtz basically chose to unalive himself to frame Angel and was kind of setting it up, and that Holtz, for the whole episode was basically trying to pretend like he had given up this whole vengeance thing and was moving past it, which we know was not true. And we see him give this letter to Angel, which is supposed to be given to Connor as well, and it's kind of his farewell letter, and this note that he leaves with saying goodbye to Connor, basically. So yeah, I'm very curious to see where everything is going to go, and that Connor is back now. I'm pretty sure Gru and Cordelia are going to break up soon. It hasn't been looking good. She definitely has feelings for Angel, and Gru is definitely noticing that. We see Lila, talk to Wesley again at this club and still try and recruit him for Wolfram and Hart. The way they ended season 2 with Pilea, I'm very curious to see how they're going to end everything with this season, and what's Connor going to do? Is he going to try and kill his dad? Is that even possible? Like, can he physically do that even? And to see Angel, try and navigate being a dad with, a young adult as opposed to the baby he knew. We found out it had only been 2 days since they were gone, and obviously had aged drastically, so lots of pieces at play for this last episode. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
Fig and sourgrass from the garden. Though it is not true Machna, it is very close to the real thing.
So it's Machna.
Yeah, that joke's not gonna land.
Please.
He's like, here, drink this dirt. You'll feel better.
Tasty.
Might I further relieve you by at first gently and then more rapidly rubbing your schlug tea?
Oh, my.
What? No! Shh.
I was proposing a massage of your schlug tea, your tense neck muscle.
But not what I thought that meant at all.
It's an honor to make sex with you. It's not who I am, princess.
I know. He's back.
He's like, I'm getting real tired of this. Like,
You're what?
Good. So, how did it go?
I found Holtz.
And?
he doesn't know Holtz is dead, though, so yeah.
Said home.
Yeah, it's a long story, but Holtz wants what's best for him.
And what's best for him is living here with us?
You can't believe Holtz. Come on. Like,
Oh my God, I'm so happy for you.
Yes, it is a happy time.
Gru's like, I'm over this. Happy time. Cut to Connor crying over his dead father.
This didn't have to happen. Your father was gonna leave.
Justine, you're the worst. Worst.
Okay.
I'll help you kill him.
Oh my God. Just go away, Justine.
What do you want to do?
Well, that can't be good.
This one might work better. He'd have southern exposure, not too close to my room.
They're trying to pick a room. Like, he genuinely thinks Connor's moving in. Like, they're gonna live together now.
I don't even own a TV. He's gonna want to watch TV. Not too much, after homework and chores. Who drinks blood, keeps to the shadows, and is older than everybody he knows put together.
You're all those things. Plus tight with a buck. But not... He's a smart kid. He'll figure it out. It's gonna be all right.
Oh, I hate it when they say that.
You're really...
Aren't I?
Where's the poetry in that?
Is this because of Connor? Steven.
This is because of me.
Yeah, his storyline.
Off the strip, and he needs a singer and a seer. I could maybe do a little good.
What was he gonna do? Live in the hotel for forever? Yeah.
Well, that's a great idea, Pixie Cat. Except every time I do, you all seem to destroy it.
It was only
3 times? Yep.
Just wouldn't
what?
turn my back on him anytime soon.
Yeah, Lauren can obviously sense that something's not right and doesn't want to trust Connor just yet. I mean, he did try and kill him, so I'm sad that Lauren's gonna leave, but I mean, yeah, his character had to do something.
Not in this neck of the woods. Sorry. Still looks like where you came from, though.
This looks like the gateway to Pylea.
No. He was bitten by the beast. He may rise again.
Except she knows that's not true. Yeah. But she needs to keep up the act, obviously. Oh gosh, this is gonna get grim real fast. Yep. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Mind if I join you?
On many levels and with great intensity.
Oh, okay, that's one way to drink.
Pivotal figure in the big battle. Next thing you know, thrown out on your lonesome. No one even cares what you think anymore.
She's just preying on his vulnerability.
And your people, sorry, your former people, they won't know what to do if things turn sour.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they could do anything.
Do you kill him? You can't. He's Angel's son.
Exactly, yeah, it complicates things.
I think you should leave now.
What was it like when she cut you?
Oh my god.
You're terribly anxious to find out.
Oh my, Wesley. Yeah, would Wesley go from saving Connor to now trying to kill him so that he doesn't become this destroyer? Because that was the prophecy also. Like, oh my gosh.
Cordelia and Angel are upstairs trying out bedrooms.
Oh,
I'm telling him.
You could help fill in the blanks. He's gonna have questions. Like, what do you do with a woman's schlug tea again?
You and your vampire? Next time you eavesdrop, I'm gonna...
oh my. This is just blatant flirting.
You alright?
I went to see my... He wasn't there.
He is lying.
Sorry. He left, Steven.
And he thinks Angel is lying. Oh my gosh. Is that going to change Connor's mind? Like, would he have written a letter
My place is here now.
and then killed? Like, yeah.
Give it a try for a while.
Okay.
And now you're inviting somebody who wants to kill you into your house. Yeah, they both. Oh man, Angel thinks he's finally getting his son back, and Connor's like, I'm gonna murder you. Oh god.
There is one thing.
What?
Oh god. Cheese and rice.
I want to know how you do that.
My heart.
Fight?
It's like, well, I'm a vampire and I've been training for hundreds of years, so.
I want to learn to be like you.
So he can use his own moves against him? Hmm?
Thing or two that I could show you. Steak! Vampire! Behind you!
Oh god, they're inadvertently training him to. Oh god, this is horrible. And Angel's so excited that his son wants to learn.
You're doing good, kid. You got heart.
I want to be the vampire.
I want to be in a hot tub.
I want to know.
Had enough?
No, I want to learn.
Is this kid a chip off the old block? Or...
Oh, it hurts my heart to see Angel this proud, knowing Connor's intentions.
So,
Oh, right. You should do that. Okay.
She's like, I'd really rather go to the movie, but here we are.
You're a vampire. You're not in Cats.
For you.
what?
I am not the one you love. He is.
Yep, there we are. Don't pretend.
Yo! Hey, Lauren, come on in.
Well, we're in a good mood.
Yeah, oh, it hurts. It hurts.
I get it. Love Lauren, because your name's Lauren.
Yeah, my publicist's idea. Her name's Mud now, but the tunes are good. It's mutual. The way you feel about Cordelia is pretty much exactly how she feels about you.
Oh, God. Here we go. She knows it. Stop lying. Yeah, exactly.
My heart, I have known the truth for some time. I have just been struggling.
Oh, poor Gru.
The courage to do what is right.
He really did like Cordelia.
Stay open. Connor's back, and your whole life's coming together. Sometimes things do work out.
Not in this world, bud. That's when the chaos starts. What movie is this? Let me know. I don't recognize it.
Sorry. It's just make-believe.
But that's real. Okay. Yeah, exactly. How are you gonna explain this one? Riley Flynn, is that you? Who's being airdropped in? Crossover.
Tie me up. Threaten me with sharp objects.
Oh, of course it's Wolfram and Hart, Linwood, yeah, and Gavin. Chowderhead.
Kid's pretty good. I can't wait to get my hands on him.
Oh my. He's so sick. And they're like watching them on the monitors. Yeah, I figured it out. Oh my god.
You're not human.
We should probably both get shot.
Stay away from my father.
Oh. I don't think he meant it, but I think Angel appreciated it.
I'm not your enemy. We can help you, Stephen.
My name is Connor.
Whoa! What? I mean, my heart wants to believe it, but he also... there's too much. There's too much going on. It could have been such a sweet moment, but I feel like underneath, he's just putting on a show so that Angel will trust him, and then when he can strike. Oh my gosh. Because there's no way Connor's giving up on killing him.
That's right, it's... Whoa. Maybe, on some level, I've always known it's true.
Who is this? What? A Connor, or a Cordelia projection?
It's all gonna be all right. It is? Really?
Why is she seeing this projection of herself? So weird. Like to give her the confidence to tell him how she feels?
We'll meet there. About an hour?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
He sounds nervous, yeah.
I have to go out for a while, son.
With Cordelia?
Yeah, he heard everything, obviously.
I like her.
I'm glad.
It's good to see you happy, Dad.
Yeah, I'm so worried. Oh god, he's just playing with his heart.
He's really happy. But not perfectly happy.
Yes, yes, please don't do that. Thank you for stabbing him gently. Because we don't want Angelus, okay? Made that very clear.
Sometimes get the morning after. It arrived early.
Wesley. Oh my god, come on, seriously? With Lila? Come on. Yep.
Sweet kiss. No. When can I see you again? Watch the dirty looks. That's what got me going in the first place.
Oh my god, get out.
Investigations. Don't be thinking about me when I'm gone.
I wasn't thinking about you when you were here.
He can be mean when he wants to be.
You're losing yours. Well, you just knew all over, aren't you?
I'm very worried. I'm very worried for what Wesley's gonna do. He's in a dark place. Old Wesley would have never slept with Lila, but, I mean, here we are. And can it not be Point Doom also?
Oh no. No, 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 not now!
While she's driving? Oh my god, that can't be good. She's just glowing through the car. Everybody's like, what is happening? Oh my god, as everything slows down. Our stops time completely. Okay. And Connor knows that he's out here by himself. Yep. Oh my gosh, I don't like this.
Dad, what are you doing here? We're family, and I wanted to show you how I feel about that.
No, stop. It's too much. It's too mean. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, over the cliff.
Connor.
Oh my god. Oh.
All about balance. You lose it.
He's got this evil grin on his face.
Don't be frightened.
It's my favorite demon. Yes.
You remember me?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Skip.
Who could forget?
I think you know.
I'm dying.
No.
Oh my god. I was like, don't do that to me. Cheese and rice. Yeah, no kidding.
Thing.
Which you used well. To fight evil and heal Connor.
And only that one time as a nightlight. A normal girl who has visions and glows and occasionally blows things up with her crazy new power.
He's like, right. Is she part of, like, the powers that be now? What?
Say I've outgrown this level. It sort of implies.
You're moving on to a new one.
Which level? Yes.
And deep down inside, I think...
Yes. All right? Stop saying I know.
Of course, just as she was about to go tell Angel.
I don't have enough time, do I?
Oh, why do they always do this? Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can't drown his own kid. Like, oh my god, what is happening? Yeah, Connor's not explaining, obviously. Oh, he keeps stabbing him. Jesus. Oh, shocking him. Oh my god. Stop. Oh.
Why would the powers give me time to have the most important conversation of my life? I'm on my way to...
They know. That's why. Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, that's...
He has to know how I feel. Why does this have to be now?
There's work to be done.
She was so close, of course. It's always how it goes.
You at least tell Angel for me?
Sorry. Not allowed.
Then I'm not going.
Just as we were so close to getting this beautiful moment between Cordelia and... Oh my god, no, that's gonna sink. Yep, for sure. Connor and Justine. Frick.
You murdered my father. No, I didn't. I swear.
It was Justine. This whole time.
Forever.
She's gonna be trapped in this box underwater. Oh my god.
With those powers that be, we're gonna have a talk. A big talk.
You're doing the right thing.
She doesn't have a choice, does she, though? I mean...
How? It's all gonna be alright. What do I do?
Is that what the projection was saying? Not about Angel, but about this? Oh. I'm very curious. Is she going to join the powers that be? But yeah, they didn't really say it. Like, she's becoming this higher being now. Is she an angel? Like, what are we doing? Just floating up into this beam of light on the highway.
I don't blame you. Liar! Listen to me. I love you.
Angel. Oh, he's trying so hard.
Never forget that I'm your father and that I love you.
Angel actually looks scared, and we don't see that very often. Oh my god, this is horrible. I don't know how he's gonna get out. And he's literally staying next to the killer this whole time with Justine. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I can't imagine what he'd be thinking right now to see his kid do this to him. And she's like, is Cordelia waiting for me? He doesn't know what's happening with her also. And that his last words to Connor are like, you know, don't blame yourself when you find out the truth, basically. And that, yeah, he's like, killing is too good for you. Like, you know he's gonna be alive in that box. Like, he's not gonna drown. They sealed it shut. He's just gonna be trapped down there for forever. What a horrible fate.
I don't like the sound of that. Where'd everybody go?
Yeah, it's literally just the two of them now. So, wherever Cordelia is going, we also have no idea. Like, a new dimension. To see Angel sinking and Cordelia rising, just the juxtaposition of that is very interesting. What a grim way to end it. Oh my gosh, so many questions. I immediately want to watch the next episode. So that was my first time watching Angel, season 3, episode 22, the season finale. It was intense, which I was kind of expecting, just given the nature of, you know, Buffy universe, Angel universe. Any season finale usually has a pretty crazy amount of content in one episode, and we definitely saw that in this episode with, you know, these really heartbreaking scenes, I feel like, for the audience, because the audience knows Connor's intentions, and as much as I wanted to, like, enjoy these moments, it was painful because we see Angel being so happy, which, again, is very rare and is usually, like, the tipping point for something horrible, which, again, is exactly what we saw in this episode. So to see Connor be like, my name's not Steven, it's Connor, and just, you know, Angel with this big grin on his face being like, that's my boy, and to hear him, you know, call Angel his father, and, you know, just, again, another heartbreaking piece. And Connor is obviously gone in there with the intention to try and hurt Angel. You know, even the training, I was like, he's just training him of how to kill him, basically. Like, Angel's inadvertently training Connor to, yes, kill vampires, but that puts Angel in that group as well. And to see Angel be so excited that he's having these bonding moments with his son. He's like, go chip off the old block. Like, I'm training my boy, and, you know, look at him go. And just these proud moments of Angel, like, having, like, such a good day and being so excited that Connor has decided to come back on, you know, his own, and that Holtz is left on his own, which should have been a red flag right there that something was up. But I think Angel was just so excited that Connor was going to be there. He kind of, you know, let that slip, because in no way would Holtz just walk away from this. Like, Angel, I feel like someone should have picked up on that, but again, having his son there complicates things, and he wants to believe what he wants to believe and wants to think Connor would just want to be with him, which unfortunately Connor did, but for horrible reasons. And Connor doesn't even tell Angel why he's, you know, hurting him until the end, basically. Angel doesn't know that Holtz is dead. Angel has no idea why Connor is acting this way. There's no reason to suspect him that he would, like, if he knew Holtz was dead, maybe he would have suspected something, but Angel had no idea. And to see, you know, all these questions, like, just talk to me, like, just, you know, let's figure this out. And Connor saying, you know, you killed my dad, and Angel's words of wisdom to him basically are like, I didn't. But I think Angel knows at that point there's nothing he can do to convince him otherwise. Like, Connor's, you know, he's thought this plan through. It's not impulsive, it's not random. Like, he has a plan in place. Justine comes in on the boat, you know, they've got this whole box set up. Like, this was well thought out, unfortunately, and Angel knows at that point he's, you know, helpless and can't, explain his way out of this, and Connor is just so fueled by anger, he's not going to listen anyway. So for Angel to just say basically like, hey, don't beat yourself up, like you're doing something horrible, but don't hold it against yourself when you find out the truth, was just like such a big moment, because I feel like you'd have to have a lot of maturity to say something like that instead of just cursing out this person, being like, I didn't do it, like, trying to use every rational, logical explanation in the book to convince him. But like I said, I think Angel knows at that point there's no convincing him, and this is where it's gonna happen. And Angel thinking Cordelia is going to be waiting for him. We saw Angel drop his phone, which again, he rarely uses, but he doesn't have any kind of communication, and nobody's going to be able to reach him because, again, he doesn't have a cell phone with him. He's now at the bottom of the ocean somewhere. Like, I'm like, they need to put a tracker on this kid or something. Like, the amount of times they've been trying to find where he is, and yeah, I have no idea how he's going to get out of this one. Even if Cordelia was standing on the beach waiting for him, what would she say? Would she think Connor was involved? Probably not. She probably thinks like Holt came back or something. So I don't think that her being there would have added, and like maybe she would have been able to use her powers to save him, maybe, but again, would she have been there in time to see this? Like, there's too many factors at play, and it just hurts to know that Angel thinks, he was going to have this big moment with Cordelia, and now she's going to think he stood him up, and that's not what happened. And Cordelia's thinking that she's going to stand up Angel, and obviously that's not what happened. So yeah, it was just, again, this show is known for playing with your heart and playing with emotion, so it's just so tough to watch. And although we never got to see Angel and Cordelia have this big sweeping moment, telling each other how they feel by the ocean at night, like, I mean, first of all, Point Doom, that should be a red flag. Don't do that. Don't go there. Come on. But to have that moment, I think would have been very unlike this show, because we've had like teasing of that moment for so long, and then for it to come back into play and think this is how we could end it on a happy note with the season finale. I was trying to be realistically optimistic, but even if that moment had happened, I think it would have been short-lived, because again, that's what the show does. So the fact that we were denied that moment, I'm not terribly surprised by, but I think the phone call, they said what they needed to say without saying it, if that makes sense. Like, I think in the tone of their voice. And for Cordelia to just call up Angel and say, hey, we need to talk about how you feel about me. And, Lauren had given Angel that message to say, like, it's mutual. She feels the same way that you feel about her, and, her pain is your pain, and all of these, cutting between Gru and Lauren, and this kind of montage of them explaining how they feel. So I think they both know it now, despite not having told each other, in person. And I'm glad Cordelia, I don't think it's a conversation to have over the phone. It feels like in person is the way to do it. But again, they didn't get that chance. And yeah, so I think they both know that they care about each other now, and like confirmed with that phone call. But I mean, what's going to happen now? Angel's at the bottom of the ocean. Cordelia is gone somewhere. I was very excited. Skip came back. He's my favorite demon. One of my favorite like little side characters in the show. His appearance is so crazy, so well done, and his like personality. I need to look up the actor that plays him, because its voice sounds familiar, but I can't place it, and it's just something in his demeanor. But for him to show up, and when Cordelia gets this vision, at first I thought maybe she was supposed to stop like a car accident or something, but that didn't really seem like, that seemed like kind of not a big enough moment to stop her from meeting Angel. Like, we seemed like we needed something bigger, which we obviously did get, like Skip coming down, and they don't really say it, so I'm not 100% sure of what happened, but I don't know if she's joining the powers that be, saying she's going to a higher level, a higher dimension. Using those kind of terms almost sounds like religious, like, a higher being, a higher place, something like that. So, and, this beam of light and her kind of floating up like that makes me think maybe she's an angel now. I have no idea. And when I thought she was going to join the powers that be, and then she's like, if I ever see them again, I was like, okay, you can't be going to join them if you're threatening to, like, that sounds like you're not going to see them. So yeah, I'm very curious. Again, they didn't straight out say it, but I feel like that's what they were trying to imply. Please no spoilers, but I'm hoping we'll find out, very early on in the next season. And for Cordelia to be, weirdly okay with it, obviously upset. We saw her getting teary-eyed when she realized she wasn't going to get to say goodbye to anybody, and that Angel is going to be, waiting for her, and she thinks that all this heartbreak is going to be that he doesn't get to see her, and they have this conversation. But maybe now she'll have more powers, and Skip, explanation of we gave you these powers as a test to see if you would use them for good or evil, and she obviously used them for good, and it sounded like she had a little bit of control over them when she said she used it as a nightlight once, so maybe they just didn't show it, but she was, training or trying to figure out how to use them more, and yeah, we know she was part demon, and now I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with this new story for her, because obviously it sounds like she's not going to be on this dimension, this planet Earth anymore. I have no idea, but what's that going to mean? Kind of this ominous ending with Fred and Gunn just standing in the empty hotel, like Lauren's gone, Gru's gone, Cordelia's gone, Angel's gone, like Connor's gone, like it's just the two of them standing there being like, we can't get a hold of anybody. What do we do? Wesley's gone, obviously, so I have no idea how they're gonna put it together, and I have no idea how they're gonna put this puzzle together. And I mean, they did know where Angel was going, they overheard the phone call, so maybe they'll start there, but still, it's just, there's so many pieces now that they have to try and put back together, and I don't know how they're gonna do it. And we've seen main characters get into dangerous situations before, but it's usually kind of losing its luster at some point where you're like, okay, we know nothing's gonna happen, but this, I genuinely have no idea how they're gonna get Angel out, and especially with Cordelia now literally leaving, going somewhere else. If it is another dimension, what does that look like? And Skip, kind of giving her these very ominous messages, being like, you don't have a choice. He can't even go talk to Angel for her, which is what she was trying to do as well. And Skip's not gonna go tell Fred then if he can't tell anybody. She just literally disappears, and what are they gonna do? Find her empty car on the highway? Just so many puzzles for the next season. Obviously, Wolfram and Hart are still out there. We saw Wesley and Lila get together in this episode, which was horrible, and I'm worried for Wesley's character because he's definitely struggling, but usually when he's struggling at this point, he has his friends and his support group around him, and they can kind of bring the old Wesley back, but he is not smiled in episodes. He is very, solemn and angry and sad and just going through a lot, and I'm trying not to put too much stock in him and Lila hanging out, because obviously he doesn't actually want to spend time with her, and I think he's just using her and she's using him at this point, but still, that's a choice he made. And Lila, I know what her long game plan is. She wants him to work for Wolfram and Hart. And I know Wesley is getting out of it, he's trying to process everything, and this is what he's doing to get through it, I guess. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with Wesley's character, because I was kind of thinking by the end of the season, him and Angel would have reunited, especially once Wesley found out Connor was back. I thought Wesley would maybe go try and see Connor at least, or something. This is the kid he betrayed Angel for, and, all of these pieces, but nothing. So maybe you give it time, maybe he'll talk to Connor eventually, but yeah, I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with Wesley in the next season. Connor takes off on the boat with Justine, and just the horrible sinking feeling of knowing that Connor is standing next to the person that actually killed his dad, because his dad told her to, basically. And to go through this whole big process of getting Connor back. Now he's leaving again. He came back and now he's leaving again, and even Gunn and Fred being like, yeah, he's not in his room, where did he go again? And it's always the two of them who feel like they're supposed to be watching him, and he just takes off. So I don't know if they'll leave the country. They were heading out on a boat, maybe they'll go somewhere else. I have no idea, but I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. They obviously left that storyline open-ended, and we've seen that with, previous characters in both Buffy and Angel as well, where, they just see a character drive away, and the first thing that comes to mind is Faith. They see her on a truck being driven away, and then she shows up 6 episodes later or whatever. So I don't feel like this is the last we'll see of Connor, but I'm curious to see how he'll come back. What's that gonna look like? Is he gonna figure out Justine was involved with his dad? So again, yeah, lots of little threads that they're leaving open. Gru finally decided to leave Cordelia, which I feel like was inevitable. I feel like that's where we were heading with that story, and him saying tell me I'm wrong, tell me you want me to stay, and she can't, and her being like, what do you mean? I was like, this whole time that you've had feelings for Angel, and don't play pretend, basically. And Gru's basically I'm not, I don't want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with me. So he leaves, and yeah, I can't see where his character would come back, but again, please no spoilers. So I mean, they do bring back random characters at certain times, so who knows? But I feel like his story has been, run through, and this is the final chapter for him. But again, we will see. And yeah, Justine also, I don't know where her story is gonna go now that she's with Connor. And Lorne, I'm gonna miss his character because he just added this touch of like humor and like heart to the show. And obviously he hasn't really had a purpose with his role, like his job, at the karaoke bar, since that was destroyed numerous times. And so I'm not surprised he left. I think the show will be missing something without him there. So I mean, any new season, there's always new characters, so I'm curious to see what new characters will be in the next season. But I feel like Lorne is just going to be a big hole to replace, and adding on to the loss of everything else, now he's not going to know what happened to Angel. He's not going to know what happened to Cordelia because he's not going to be there. And I mean, obviously Connor also tried to kill him, so I feel like that helped motivate him to leave. And yeah, there's no way his purpose was just going to be hanging out in the hotel forever. I mean, when we had baby Connor, that I think gave him a little bit more purpose. And now that I think they said Connor was 15 in this episode, so we finally find out how old he is. Overall, I thought it was a really good episode, a really good way to end season 3, a really strong season, and I think a really strong way to end the season, which is great. Sometimes you get a really good season and the season finale kind of flops, but I feel like they did really good job the whole season through, did great storytelling. There was very few episodes that I didn't enjoy. Like, I feel like sometimes with these long running shows, maybe like 5 episodes out of 22 aren't the best, but this, I mean, every episode I feel like was decent. Of course, there was probably a few that I didn't enjoy as much as other ones, but just a really, really well crafted season overall. And I feel like they had a really strong storyline in season 2 with Pilea and Fred, and then just did a really great job of adding in Connor and Darla and, this whole concept, and, keeping Wolfram and Hart in the background as well. I think they've done a good job with continuing that story, which honestly, I thought after season 1 we would be done with them. But, here we are going into season 4 and they're still around and Lila's still around. So very curious to see how that's going to come into play and what all the things we found out in this episode are going to lead to in the next season. I'm glad I get to watch the next season right away, and I don't have to wait, a year or whatever it would have been if it was on TV. So this would have been an intense episode to end on and not be able to find out right away what happens with, continuing to watch the show. Even though Connor's set on, revenge and hating Angel, I'm still glad his character is around because I feel like it adds this element that we need in the show, and obviously to Angel's life, because he has the son now, which in no way was a storyline I ever thought we'd be exploring. And with Cordelia possibly going to another dimension or joining some higher powers, what's that gonna look like? And yeah, like I said, there's always new characters in every season, so I'm curious to see who will be there, who won't be there, where Fred and Gunn's storyline's gonna go, where Wesley's storyline's gonna go. So I know I'm always skeptical of spin-offs, but I think this is probably one of the best spin-offs, and fully standalone show at this point. Like, they haven't mentioned Buffy in a while, like a long time, and occasionally they do make references, but I think they've fully separated themselves and in the best way possible. They're able to move forward fully with Angel's story and, a great show in itself. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. I'm very nervous, but curious to continue in season 4 and see where that story is going to go, what new pieces will be introduced, where our character is going to go. Just really well done. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. He's like, here, drink this dirt. You'll feel better. What was he gonna do, live in the hotel for forever? Oh my, this is just blatant flirting. And now you're inviting somebody who wants to kill you into your house. Not in this world, bud. That's when the chaos starts. And can it not be Point Doom also? Our stops time completely. Okay, I'm just gonna be trapped in this box underwater.